Charlie, Charlie Kirky. I spot the perky. Charlie, Charlie Kirky. I just Charlie, Charlie Kirky.
Your underscore pal underscore blue 69 is the winner first.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Dorfidoodle is too slow.
They're sweet, they're sweeties. I'm eating them like sweeties. Mala more cooler bottles, August small meanies.
Get your bread set, get your bread set, get your bread set.
We're on a mad one.
Get your bread set, get your bread set, get your bread set.
We're on a mad one.
Get your bread set, get your bread set, get your bread set.
We're on a mad one.
Get your bread set, get your bread set, get your bread set.
We're on a mad one.
Shaking shock and things are getting crusty. Arlene or McClay and she's getting touchy. Must be just my gal or the youth, cause she whispered in my ear. I like the beat choked and I booked right into her face, cause the room was spinning all over the place. I couldn't stand, couldn't sit, but I kept her written. And my best mate is a distinguished Brit.
We're at the afters and it's a disaster. Concert talking politics, there's a lack of laughter. Sky getting out on the sofa, Arlene's chin. Parlo off her head, she believes she sinned. Donaldson has started with his homophobic chat, so everyone has started on him, that's enough of that. Stalford's licking coke off a plate. You've got issues, mate. You've got issues, mate. Issues, mate. Issues, mate.
Good morning.
Issues, mate.
Get your bread set, get your bread set, get your bread set.
We're on a mad one.
Get your bread set, get your bread set, get your bread set.
We're on a mad one.
Get your bread set, get your bread set, get your bread set.
We're on a mad one.
Get your bread set, get your bread set, get your bread set.
We're on a mad one.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. It's me, Charlie. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Rain. How are you? Snaps for Kneecap. For those who don't know, that is an Irish rap group named Kneecap who is absolutely wonderful. They actually have a movie, I think, that came out just around Coachella or sometime around there about their story. They are an Irish rap group that mostly raps in Irish and has like a lot of, is it Gaelic? Gaelic words? They use Gaelic vocabulary and they're trying to revive the Irish language and bring it back because Irish was outlawed. Like speaking Irish in Ireland was outlawed by the British. And I found out on New Year's that the Scots weren't allowed to start celebrating Christmas until like the 1950s, I think it was. Because they were under British rule. And it was like, no, you can't. You're not allowed to. You're under our rules. And even though we celebrate Christmas, because Queen Victoria loved a German guy. Okay. God, history is wild.
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
I am very old. I am. I remember when you used to have to date a German man to know what pagan was. That's really cool. Gaelic is currently an endangered language, so that's a very notable cause. Yeah, there's actually, I found out recently that there's a few artists in Ireland that are doing it. There's like a kind of like a Florence and the Machine style singer. I think there's also like a metal band. But please correct me, but I know that there's a good few people in Ireland in like the arts programs that are really trying to push, and also like a lot of the signage and stuff is getting converted back to Irish. I think when Hassan was there, he talked about how like a lot of the signs were in, I think it was Gaelic. I learned about it from Jacksepticeye myself. That's awesome. I knew about Gaelic and it being a language that they used to speak in Ireland from when I was a kid, because I'm Native American, Irish, German, and Italian. I am Southern Italian, Northern Irish. I don't know German, but I do know that my family found people on ancestry.com in Argentina. So, and then Native American, I'm Lenape. So you're Irish and Welsh. Nice. I hear the Welsh are also trying to get back their original language. I don't know what it's called. And I also know that James Corden got his start on a show that featured like Welsh people. But anyway, I knew a little bit about Gaelic from like my family. I didn't know the scale of it though till I went to Ireland and tail end of 2010 or 2011. I don't really remember. I'm gonna be square, okay? 2009 to like 2012 is kind of a blur. Usually I measure like what happens in my life by like ex-boyfriends. I'm like, okay, that happened when I was at this location dating this person. So that was this year. Yeah, though I don't know much beyond what I've learned from Sea Dog. I've heard of Sea Dog too. He's friends with Iron Mouse. He's so cool. He does like voice acting and stuff. He just did a show with Jacksepticeye, didn't he? I watched Son go to Ireland and he did this walking tour. It was 1916 Irish walking tours. The guy's name is Lorcan, and he's incredible. He's the funniest guy. I'm like, I want to go to Ireland just to like just to like follow this guy around every day to like, take his tour every single day because like there was at one point, so fans were coming up to Hassan while they were in the pub, and Lorcan offered to take a picture for the fans of them together of Hassan and the fan. So while Lorcan was waiting to hand the phone back to the fan, he flipped the camera around and took his selfie and then flipped it back around and then handed it to him. Like, yeah, that's my man. I love the Irish. I love the Irish so much. I love the Scottish too. There's something about Scottish and like Irish accents that just like I would rate them in like my top 5 easily. I would probably say like I'm not gonna pick who number 1 is, but I would say Irish and Italian are up there. I'd have to pick the other 3. I'd have to at least map 2 more out. I just know I really enjoy them, and I like the way like it's not just like oh it turns me on. It's more of like a just the where the inflections fall is really fascinating. Like or like the traditional like okay, so the best way I can describe it, I want to save money and either move to Ireland or Japan. Both are great. I recommend Ireland a lot because Ireland is uh light years ahead in like wokeness, right? Like they've been pro gay marriage since I think the 90s. Weed is about to be legal there. They keep pushing for it. And like the referendum for it comes up every year. Like they keep going. They have excellent Medicare. They take in refugees. They're just they stand up for Palestine, for the 6 counties, for Sudan. Like they're constantly always on the right side of history. I'm not saying Japan isn't always on the right side of history. Well they haven't actually been. There's a few times. But Japan is a little less so. I would like to move to Ireland. That is on our goal list. To do probably within the next 5 to 10 years. I'm currently working on becoming an idol. So not sure how that would work there. Like a VTuber idol or like a K-pop star idol. I know that they have it's so in some places it's called like a digital nomad visa, but in other locations, yes, I just started, but yes, VTuber. Oh, congratulations. Nice. I have to do I follow you yet? I do now. Bam. Everybody go follow Rain. That's awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait to see when you start streaming. I'll be there for sure. I might not always be there like with Tim, but I will be there when I can be. But they have a like I said, it's a digital nomad license, which allows people who do live streams, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, to get a visa for inside the country for X amount of days. And then after that, you can apply for citizenship depending on the country or like a permanent visa or a 90-day visa or whatever. I think Ireland has an equivalent of that, but it's something different. But it also allows you to like make money in the country. Good morning, all. Good morning, Saint. So I definitely Ireland's up there. I think that's in my we're gonna move to in the next like 5 to 10 years, if not sooner. Like, I'm currently saving for motion capture equipment, but singing and dancing training starts next Monday. That's awesome. That's great. I know like everybody uses it, but that one like VTuber thing on Steam um works surprisingly well for free. I was doing VTubing for a little while, but it's like too much for my computer to handle all at once. So I was just like, and then I was like, I could do a PNG tuber, but um I like there are some days where like I don't want to be on camera, but then there are other days where like maybe that expression, maybe that reaction was worth being on camera, you know. But yeah, I think if I can get this streaming thing going, I would love to apply for a digital nomad resident visa in Oh, I think that's the other thing with the digital nomad visa is I think you can like rent property, like short-term leases or something. I have to look back into it. I did a whole like write up on information. Um but I would love to move to Ireland. I would love to live stream in Ireland. I would love to do IRL streams in Ireland. It's just such a beautiful country and the people are wonderful. When I was there, I never wanted to go back. I should have stayed there. Okay. I dated this guy who was the worst. How do I put this? Let's see. Our relationship started. We worked together. We worked at Best Buy together. And he was like the security guard. It's called like asset protection, AP, or like asset security, AS. It depends on like the company you work for. But it's basically the security at the front of the store that checks your receipts. Well, I was a cashier and he was a security guard. And we started flirting. And then he was like, "Hey, do you want to like meet up for dinner? And can I take you out to dinner?" And I was like, "Uh, yeah." Or he was like, "Can I cook you dinner?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. That sounds fun." And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna give you my phone number." Or we exchanged phone numbers, and then he did ask me out in person. We exchanged phone numbers. He was like, "Hey, here's my address. I'll meet you there." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So the day of the date comes, I pull up. It's actually a restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant right on the bay. Very beautiful. Shocked. Okay. You'll understand why I'm laughing. But so he then pulls up on a boat. Okay? He pulls up on a boat. And I'm not talking like a yacht. I'm talking like a decent, you know, uh fishing regular boat. I don't know. I see so many boats around here. I don't know their classifications though. It's not like big. It's just like regular fishing boat, not like a commercial fishing boat or like a tourist fishing boat, just like a boat. So he pulls up on a boat. Oh my god, I'm blown away. We go inside, have like late lunch, early dinner, and it was just like it was so beautiful. And then he's like, "Okay, we're going to go out and go fishing." I love fishing, so I was like, "Hell yeah." So we went out, we went fishing, we caught like next to nothing. We saw some seals. And then he was like, "All right, I'm going to drive the boat back to the dock and just drive you back to your car." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine, whatever." So we pull up. We're coming up the channel. Come up, and I start noticing there's like docks ahead, like that you can just pull up your little boat to. And I hear him go either "oh shit" or "oh no." And I look at him and I'm like, "What?" And he's looking straight ahead. He's like looking past me, right? So I turn around and I see this dock with a person standing on it. It was his girlfriend. It was his current girlfriend. And then they started fighting. Oh god, I'm getting all like hot just thinking about like not like oh my god, it turns me on, but like the anxiety is like flushing back. So they start fighting. I'm trapped there. Okay. He's trying to hook up the boat to the dock. I'm just kind of standing there looking all cute and stupid, like staring down into the water, looking at the jellyfish floating by. Like I am just doing everything I can. And then the building that the dock is next to is a bunch of like, it looks like businesses, right? Then a man comes out. I don't look to see who it was. I want nothing to do with this situation. Nobody's talking to me and I'm not getting myself involved, okay? I was keeping my mouth shut. It was very apparent I was not getting blamed for this, so I was like, oh look, jellyfish, a mussel. So anyway, this guy comes out. It's his fucking dad. The couple is arguing so loud. Oh my god, the anxiety. They're arguing so loud that the patients inside the chiropractor's office that his dad owns can hear them. Becoming an NPC is a defense strategy. Yeah. What's the move that you can select in Baldur's Gate where it's like, is it flee? Or like something, disengage combat? I turned right into a Bethesda NPC right there. The three of them then start arguing, right? And I, again, am just sitting there. Eventually, things seem to get a lull. The dad goes back into the business. I don't know what was said or what was exchanged, but it was basically, I just remember them being like, okay, we're going to take you back to your car now. And I was like, thanks. And then I had to sit in the back seat while she apologized to me while they drove me a half hour back to my car. So that's the best date I've ever had in my life. Not in terms of like best, as in it was good. She knew you weren't at fault. I appreciated that. Okay, I really did. It's so fucking uncomfortable. Oh, Bitter, you
You
just.
almost had it.
I'm
You
glad.
gotta be
Me
quicker than that.
too.
Bitter Oblivion 0 and is too slow.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know where we were when we pulled up on that boat. I didn't know what part of Jersey we were in. Even realize we were a half hour away from my car. I would have walked, okay? This was like 2010, 2009. I would have gone to the nearest, like, but payphones weren't a thing anymore, but I would have gone to somebody and been like, hey, can I use your phone to call my grandparents to come pick me up? Like, mind you, I wasn't even 21 yet. If this was 2010, I was 19 turning 20. I'm pretty sure he was like 25. I don't really remember. I just know he was in college still. Like he had dropped out for a year and then he was going back. Anyway. So eventually those two broke up. And then I was stupid. I was 19. You know, we all make mistakes. I'm not gonna
Christ,
sit
there's a
here
boomer around here.
and say I'm perfect. But what I am going to say is that we started dating. It wasn't like, it was like pseudo official. You could have stopped at any business and asked for directions or use a payphone. Yeah, exactly. I would have been like, okay, bye. I couldn't, okay, so I couldn't get by them though, because the way they were fighting, I was stuck next to a dock, next to a business. They were at the front side of the business. I was back by the boat looking at jellyfish. I could not get out of there until they had stopped. I could have, but I didn't have the balls to do that. IDK, what's going on? But hi, you're gonna have to rewind. You're a subscriber, so you can. Yeah, that what a nightmare. So anyway, we started dating months later. Months later. And after a while, he's like, hey, my dad, I asked my dad for tickets to Ireland. Do you want to go with me? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. So we went to Ireland. It was not great. Surprise, surprise. Guy who cheats on his girlfriend blatantly with one of the most romantic dates in the world was pretty terrible. I ain't got time for rewind. Oh, I don't want to redo it. It gives me so much anxiety. Telling this story, like, I've posted TikToks about it that have blown up, but like, I feel like sometimes I have to take them down because I'm just like, I'm like shaking, I'm sweating, like, I can't. This guy was awful. And a lot of it was my own, like, doing too. I will, like, yeah, I was a 19-year-old dating a 20-something freshly out of high school and a 4-year relationship and didn't know what I was doing. So anyway, I went to Ireland with him. And, like, the first day was first like day or two were okay. And then like one morning I was still like disoriented and jet lagged. I was like, what day is it? Like, like when you're like, oh, hey, like, is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? And so he started to get pissed off at me. And he started to get pissed off because back at home in the States, I had a friend who was in a car accident and unfortunately he killed the other person. And it was also deemed a hit and run because he had like, I don't know. The way it was described to me is that he had drove far enough past that it was considered a hit and run. So he was going to the court case for that, and I didn't know what day of the week it was. I didn't know when it was happening, but he got mad at me because he thought that I was like more concerned about my friend back in the States than enjoying my time in Ireland, and I didn't understand that like at all. And like mind you, I'm in Ireland with an iPod. That's all I could take there because that's all I could manage to find the plugs for because I forgot that it was a different country and I didn't have all the plugs. So I had like an iPod, not even an iPhone. And I was only connecting to Wi-Fi on stuff. So I'm not even talking to my family and friends other than a hi, I made it, via email because that's how we had to do it back then. So anyway, he gets pissed off. I don't understand why we're fighting. And finally he's like, look, I'm going to go do some things on my own today. And I'm like, okay, I'll go walk around. Like, cool, sounds great. I forget what day of the week it is every day. Yeah, same. I haven't had a concept of time properly since COVID. Okay. So anyway, I go do my own thing. I love getting lost in other places. Whenever I go somewhere, I love to like blend in with the crowd. I don't like to sit there and look like a tourist. I don't like to take pictures of everything. I like to move with everybody. I like to people watch quietly by myself. I like to eat local foods. You know, I eat like wherever I can. I try to get like the most authentic experience in a place. And I don't want anybody to know I'm a tourist. I don't want to be treated like a tourist and I don't want to act like. So moving around Ireland and just being like another person and like taking in the sights and appreciating everything as I passed it. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. I was right outside of Dublin or Trinity College, right near Dublin Castle or whatever that fortification is. But I was like 2 blocks away from Trinity. And Temple Bar was like right there. So I walked around. I was having a great time. I found a little shopping center. And I'm also messaging my friend at the time who lives in Ireland. I did have a really good friend who lived in Ireland who was desperate to show me around. He went to Trinity College. He was working on like either a master's degree or a PhD or something. So he was like, "Look, I'd love to take you around. I'd like to get you like a drink. Like let's vibe." And I was like, "Hey, I'm hanging out down at this park." And I'm emailing him this down at this park, and I am looking at some birds. I don't know where you are, but this is where I am. And then we met up. He showed me around Trinity College, like the inside of it, because like apparently you couldn't go in if you weren't from the college. So like he showed me around the inside of the college. He took me over to Dublin Castle. He took me into this pub that was like closer to like the split of the sides of the city. Like there's this river that goes through Dublin. He took me to a pub that was like right there on the water. We walked around the other side of Dublin where all the shops were. It was wonderful. I had a great time. So he walked me back to my hotel to make sure I got back in safe. And I went back up. And the guy I went with started freaking out that I hadn't returned his emails and I hadn't answered anything and that I hadn't like been there. And then he accused me of like being intimate with the person and just like saying like really, really vile stuff. And it was just an awful fight. So he wanted to go out to the bar. I wasn't really going to object. I went and he got really, really drunk. And then we both got really drunk. And then some awful stuff happened. And then he peed in the corner of the hotel room. Anyway, we broke up. And I should have stayed in Ireland. I should have just messaged my friend and been like, hey, can I stay with you until I can get a visa sorted out? Because no, thank you. I feel like my life would have been so much better. Not terrible. Cheaters see cheating everywhere because of projection. Yeah, it was rough. He kept my camera and my computer and a couple of other things, and I don't think I saw him ever again after that, after we got home to the States. I did message I got really drunk one night back in, like, 2014, and I messaged him, and I was like, "Hey, I wanna meet up at our old spot. I'd really like my stuff back." Like, I'd really like my camera back, and there wasn't just, like there wasn't just the pictures he took of me that were intimate on that camera. It was also, like, pictures I took of Ireland that I fell in love with, or, like, because I got to see Kilkenny, I got to see, like, some of the locks, like, I really loved it, and it was a really nice camera. It was a Canon D something or other, but you could select the colors on it. Like, you could make everything black and white but one color, and it was super nice. Anyway, he kept that, and I think he kept my iPod. And, yeah, it was awful. He was the worst. And also, so because he kept my computer, my camera, and my phone, and this is just me outing him at this point, and I guess myself. I used to be a cam girl. I still am. But I used to be a cam girl on 4chan, specifically Soch, or social, as most people know. Uh, I I'm fine with it. I don't hide it. I still have friends from those days. It was, a point in my life, and it's still a point in my life. I enjoy it. But he proceeded, while I didn't have my iPod, my computer, or my camera. Once I got back to the States, I only had my cell phone. The iPod was my only way to email people and, like, Skype, I guess. So when I got back, it took me a while to get back onto the internet, right? Because I didn't have my stuff. And so when I finally got back on 4chan, people didn't believe that it was me, because apparently he, using my stuff, went under my name, because you used to be able to have like usernames back then, and told everybody that, like, just some really awful stuff, and just also said that, like, it was it was awful. What my friends have told me that they saw was things that I will not repeat. And nor do I feel comfortable repeating. But yeah, so he, like, disparaged my name through, like, the one of my things. Yeah, rip Skype. That finally was, like, I think they closed that out this year, right? Like, it's officially donezo. He has naked pictures of me that he's never returned. He has my electronics that he's never returned. So anyway, I got drunk in 2014, and I emailed him, and I was like, "Hey, can I have my stuff back? I'm gonna drive up to this location, and I'll meet you there." And I did that, and yes, I did drink drive. And I sat there for, like, I don't know, 10 minutes, and I was like, "I'm gonna go home." And I went home, and then I got an email back right around the time I got home at, like, 4 in the morning. And it was like, it was from his girlfriend that was like, "I don't think your boyfriend would appreciate you trying to get with, your ex-boyfriend," and, like, just, like, a whole bunch of shit. And I was like, is that what everybody thinks I'm trying to do? I just wanna get my stuff back. Like, is that so much to ask? So, that was awful. Ever since then, I've never bothered to reach out, none of that. I'm done with it. I've moved on. I do still obviously have trauma from it. But the world, what's that John Ralphio? Where is it? The world. Insecure people everywhere. I'm so sorry. It happens. I mean, I was 19. Like, I couldn't have known any better.
Oh, damn.
I just want the audio of just that.
She is the worst. She is the worst person in the world. Huge skank, terrible.
Yeah, that's what it was. 100p. But after that, I dated a guy who was in a comedy troupe, and he was also pretty terrible. He cheated on me like once a month. To be fair, I did end up cheating on him. Cause, like, I don't know, revenge cheat. And then eventually we broke up, and then I met my husband, and I've been with him for literally In August, it'll be, August, it'll be 10 years. So it's what happens in 10 years. Actually, the last 10 years have been calm compared to what it used to be. So anyway, I love Ireland. I would love to go back. I would love to move there. I should have stayed there. I forgot. I wanted to play, I'm already like trying to move to the news, and I'm like, I'm not doing the news. I'm doing Animal Crossing. I did bring the metallic paints out for the Troggoths and a new skin color. I went with Deepkin Flesh instead of I Love Our Husband. Yeah, Hobby's pretty great. I grabbed Deepkin Flesh instead of like a more tan color. I thought it was more tan when I grabbed it. I'm gonna be for real. Brought the controller out. Watching, waiting a minute. I will not turn the lights off. Your head still, I'll be your third. Oh shit. Avi was playing Minecraft last night. It's actually really cool. He found a mine shaft, and then he started like traversing a bunch of it. No, I didn't. Oh. He started traversing a bunch of it and like laying out the torches and stuff, and then he went into spectator mode, and it was huge. I couldn't believe how like many caves were leading into one another. It was crazy. Minecraft's so cool. Animal Crossing. It's probably gonna be loud. I'm warning you right now. It's probably gonna be loud. Gonna load. The update's coming out. Gotta resize it. Well, the update will be January 15th. So next week. Ah. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go to the store. You're good. You just missed me trauma dumping. Blue got first today, by the way, everybody. Thought you'd know. No. Bro, I need a bowl after that. Holy shit. I need to remember to power on my Switch and get it ready for the new Cult of the Lamb update. Yeah, I heard that's getting an update too. I don't play it, but I know a bunch of people do. I'm gonna have to get back in Animal Crossing. I started getting back into Animal Crossing in like April, end of April or early May. Charlie was shit talking you the entire time, Blue. I usually do. But nothing new for him. But and I've just been kind of playing. I didn't even know there was an update coming out. And then I don't know, it's probably like October I found out. And I was like, well, it's a good thing I've been playing for like the last 6 months. We've completed our fish. Well, the museum's fish are completed. I'm missing like 3. I think Hobby's missing like 2. Bubblegum Pink is trying Marvel Rivals, so I'm playing COTL in exchange. I have no idea what COTL is. Fold of the Lamp. Never mind, sorry. Oh my god, the fishing tournament Saturday! I wish I could do more games on here. I mean, I can do whatever my Switch has on it, but until I get a new desktop, we're gonna struggle bus with this gaming laptop. I think I'm missing 2 fishing tourneys. I think the only thing in the museum we have left to get is the paintings. And today's Monday, so everything's fresh this day. So the new update is adding a resort to the side of the island where captains dock it. And it's also adding new furniture, some new clothes. Trying to think what else. So I'm trying to like set up the island in a way that like makes sense. Oh my god, I almost have 69 420 bells. Damn, I was so close. Also, I'm gonna be a bit scattered while I play because that's just... I try to stick to one area, but then I get distracted and go, oh, I needed to fix that. Need to fix that. I got 4 BBQ chicken sandwiches and stuffing. That sounds pretty. I'm gonna have to go all the way to get these colors changed. Oh, at least I can look at what red has too. No! So, one of the things that they're adding into is, when you want to craft things, it pulls right from your inventory now. Like, your house's inventory, rather than just your pocket. And it also lets you, like, if you want to make 4 of something, you don't have to make them 4 individual times. You can select how many you want to make. I'm hoping they do something similar like that for purchasing things, like from Nook's Cranny. Where it's like, oh, want one of these? No, you have to buy it either in 1s or 5s. I also want Nook Miles tickets to be available in the airport. Oh, no. Have those. Oh, yeah. I don't remember what flowers I needed. Also, feel free to yap about whatever in the chat. I can do both. Hyacinth. Don't know if I had red. At 5. BQ chicken sandwiches are so good. You're making me hungry, dude. Especially with stuffing. Oh, fuck. Turns out I can't do both. And I got a big old thing of stuffing. Stuffing sounds good too. Stop. I know I have white hyacinth. Don't know if I have yellow. Pull-ups? Pull-ups. Got roses. Medicine chest. My cleaning audio when my wife is out. LOL. That I appreciate that. Very sweet. I find that very endearing. I think I was laying down bricks, so I'll stay brown. Same party light. I saw the UN's having like a emergency meeting today. I tuned in for like a little bit while I was setting up stream. And China and Russia were both condemning the US, which I was surprised by Russia. I haven't played in over a year, so when I get back, I'm going to be so lost. Nah. The only thing you'll really have to worry about when you come back is the roaches in your house. I think for every month you're gone, you get 1 roach. So, if you're gone for like a full year, you're gonna have to kill 12 roaches. AC is such a slow-paced game. It is. It puts me to sleep. Played 2 days in a row, you're caught up? Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't need the pergola. What else did I... Maybe that was it. I know I ordered the poolside beds in this color. It really is, like, and because, you know, everything refreshes on Monday, you have a full week to like, oh, I need this, oh, I need that. I'll see garden wall. I guess the prices of Nintendo 3DS models are going up. Why? Like, there are some times where I play like every day for almost the whole day, and then there are other times where I don't touch it for like a month. And like, I feel a little lost, but like I'm also like, oh, okay, this is what I was doing. I can see what I started here. I'm excited to show you guys like the island, because you haven't seen it in a while. I've kind of changed a decent bit of it. A lot of people are buying them, I guess, probably to mod them. That, or they're just a good piece of like thing to play on, especially since like you can play games on it. Like, I'm cooked. I'm pretty sure it's mostly... Oh, wait, I already read that. Oh, wait, no. I'm pretty sure it's mostly for modding them because it's... I don't know. Tim gave me his 3D DS for exchange for a gazillion games I gave him. Which I found more. I have to let Tim know. We have to meet up again because I have at least 3 or 4 more that I've found since then that, I'm like, oh, I should give this to Tim. How was I doing? So I recently just moved my house over here. I'll explain why in a moment. Okay. Can do a 3D modded 3DS. Huh. I don't think double biome thing. Oh. What else do I have? Oh, the pool. Oh, I made this bay, but I think you guys were here for that. It's finally finished. Did make that duck nest though. Very proud of that. Oh, thank you for contributing points, Blue. So this is gonna be where the pool is once this snowman melts. Because over is my dock, which is where the new resort's gonna be. So, and it's gonna like extend pretty far out there. I kind of hate it because that means it's gonna like mess up like swimming. But no, whatever. I do think I need to finish Sea Creature. Anyway, I want to put the pool here. I've already started kind of mapping a lot of this out.
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
Shut your mouth. I'm just dropping these off. I could put the planters like even it out. I also wanted to put like a tennis court over here or a volleyball court. And what is got like a present? Rock head set. Oh, right. I bought that from Red. But it's like the fake one. I wanted to display it. Okay. So I redid the garden. special one. So I do have them kind of in a color order. It goes pink, white, red, orange, yellow, rare color. The yellow flowers. And because we have all the fish, I didn't think it was like necessary to be like get into my pond. Hungry. I have to run in a minute. Oop. Both those butterflies. What did I buy? Hyacinth? I actually... I got BB. Like 4 of them. I feel like I hear a balloon. And the Hobby's house. He hasn't played in a little bit. Oh, PJ's here. Cool. This is where I wanted to put the head, but I don't know if it'll go here. I might drop it down. But the other thing I might do is let you guys know that at the top of the hour, you're going to get a 3-minute ad break. You can subscribe to the channel, or if you want somebody else to see those ads, and give them a sub. It looks like a town from the Pokemon game. I was trying to give it kind of like a vibe like that. You know, I wanted like the town to feel like a town. But like one of the really good ones. Oh, thank you. I wanted it to feel like so like I kept areas kind of together. Like this whole area is like ancient artifacts and like palm trees. Give it kind of like wilderness feeling. We've been hiding froggy chairs around the island. It reminds me of a mix of Unova and Alola, I think. I haven't done anything up here. But I've also been distracted because down here, I think you guys remember, I did the campsite. And I made this like, pattern on the ground. I made it look like a picnic basket. So it looked like I didn't want the snow right under the tent. Like I wanted these to look like usable tents. Oh, not my leaves. And this is the campsite. I have like a couple of tents in it. This one's kind of like tucked in here. But like I've also been to campgrounds where I've stayed in a tent like that. And then over here, I have a farm, but I haven't done much else in this area. I do have this, but I think I did this on stream. Got a gnome fishing. Camp Crystal Lake. Camp Crystal Waterfall. It's Camp Crystal Water. It's got a river. trying to keep up on like picking up the twigs. Because we're like,
America deserved 9/11.
Dorfidoodle just subscribed with Prime.
oh my god! Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you for resubscribing. Wow, 6 months. Beep boop. Happy anniversary, Dorothy. But I know I'm like super close to like 5 stars because I keep getting lilies every now and then. Oh yeah, and then this is like my town. Oh, look, dung beetles on parade. Moving the snowballs. Over here, have a pizzeria. Oh, wait, what did I do? No, I don't need to reply to you. I was so sad when 5 was just a count and stuff and not like aesthetic matching sets. 8. 5 months? I'm so... Look at those funky little guys go. 5 stars. Oh, yeah. I was so sad when 5 stars was just a count of stuff and not like aesthetic set matches. Yeah, for your house though it is. Like the awards you get, those are based off of like feng shui. Kind of looks like Driftville from Pokemon Black and White. And then over here I have... Oh, everything that's a job is banned by gnomes. Here's a cafe with a parking lot. I really should clean up those leaves. Over here I have a little like plant store. I like just moved my house over here, so I'm like still trying to figure out how I want it laid out. Where's Castelia Town from Pokemon Black and White? You're naming a bunch of places I've never been to. Thank you, Forrest. Oh my god, guys, we're gonna get to our movie night like so super fast. Like we're more than halfway there. Yeah, we need 30,000. We're at 16,000. Let's go. Thank you, Forrest. Is that why you're saying them? Because I don't know. I'm specifically naming places in 5 cubes. I hate you. I don't want a fax machine. Welcome. Gen 5 was my favorite. I feel like I know that. Oh, and then all of the homes down here, I made like an HOA. Everybody's got a Lily of the Valley in the front. And like a lamppost. That's my island layout. I am gonna throw YouTube up real fast, put on some music, and go inside and grab lunch. I will be right back. I am going to eat my hand if I sit here a moment longer. So just bear with me, okay? Or I turn into a bear. Do what now? I'm gonna eat my hand. What's your favorite Pokemon? Back. Oh my god, I gotta scroll so far back. I'm not reading all of that, but I'm sorry that happened to you, or congratulations. Potney, I got more love, but Pet Lil will always be my goat. Pet Lil. Charlie, I don't think it's gonna be Gen 10. What do you mean? Welcome back. I got a tuna fish sandwich and I made a coffee with a chocolate chai tea bag and vanilla coffee creamer. So we'll see how this goes. Now, when I eat, I like to watch something. So I will apologize for immediately starting Animal Crossing and then switching back to watching something. But I do plan on getting back to Animal Crossing once I'm... So it is going to be news. I'm sorry if anybody doesn't want to hear the news. I totally understand and respect that. Maybe I don't want to watch the news. Hard to play while eating, yeah. I didn't realize how hungry I was until I got off of Harv's Island, and I was like, oh no. Here's the weather. Watch that. Pokemon League
It's
videos?
Monday, January 5th, 2025, and we've got a major pattern flip that's replacing those winter...
There's finally a leak? That happens like every generation. At least like one leak. I remember finding out about Emerald and Pearl.
Build a website
I remember finding out about Ruby and Sapphire because
you
my
love
cousin managed
with
to get
Wix.
his hands on a like pirated version of the Japanese download, and I watched him play it. No worries, I listened to Stephen Colbert to make news easier in my stomach. I totally get that. Usually my news source is Hasanabi. But I do I read the regular news. Yesterday we read a bunch of news. Also, Colbert should be back this week, right? This week? Like it's like this week and then it goes into like March. AP and ground news. Yeah, ground news is good. Not looking at the AI. Okay, yeah, so tonight's the first show. So tomorrow, is he still canceled? He is currently still canceled. I believe the show runs until like May. I'm like, you got 6 months, man. He's been nonstop talking about Trump in the monologues, and it's only helping. And same with Jimmy Kimmel. I've been very much enjoying watching Jimmy Kimmel first thing in the morning on my way back from the school bus.
For your words, create your brand.
Guys, I'm dropping frames.
It's Monday, January 5th, 2025, and we've got a major pattern flip that's replacing those winter chills with a severe weather threat coming up. A powerful trough is going to clash with record warm temperatures late this week, targeting the Mississippi.
Okay, I figured out what was wrong, but sorry about that.
It's Monday, January.
Hate that. He refused to back down. He'll get picked up by someone. Oh, yeah, no doubts. He will absolutely have a better career after this. I feel bad for his staff, but I feel like he's the kind of guy who would, like, go to the moon and back for his staff.
January 5th, 2025, and we've got a major pattern flip that's replacing those winter chills with a severe weather threat coming up. A powerful trough is going to clash with record warm temperatures late this week, targeting the Mississippi Valley. Meanwhile, we're tracking an ice storm up north and some more action in the Pacific Northwest. So let's get right into it. So we're going to start off talking about what impacts everyone, and that's going to be this major warm-up that we're experiencing east of the Rockies, especially in the south central U.S., up towards the Midwest, and then into the Ohio Valley, southeast, and east coast. Right now, we are basking in what I'm going to call a false spring in the middle of January here, with temperatures running about 30 degrees above average for a lot of us. This is going to continue all this week, and it's going to feel really nice.
So it's going to be above 50, it looks like, from the thing he's about to zoom in on.
So let's take a closer look at some of this warmth on Tuesday. For example, Dallas, we're talking about close to 80 degrees down there. 81 in Houston, New Orleans, up there near 80 degrees.
Jersey's like between 45 and 50. Shucks.
Even up here towards Tupelo, Mississippi, we are in the 70s. Nashville, 50s, 60s. This is something that we will be experiencing commonly throughout this week.
Oh, so that's why my bones hurt. Yeah. The pressure fluctuates and I've been killing my knees.
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
Fuck you, Blue.
Okay, we are even going to see those 60-degree temperatures make it all the way up to Lincoln, Nebraska. This is way normal than average for you. In Des Moines, it's not quite warm, but it's still going to be much warmer than average, with temperatures near 50 degrees. Over here in my neck of the woods, 58. And then, of course, down here in South Carolina, we're talking about...
It was high 50s. It was high 50s, low 60s all Christmas week here. Wow. It was freezing here. I'm in South Jersey.
60s, and this is on Tuesday. Some places will get a little bit warmer than this on Wednesday and Thursday. Some places will be a little bit cooler than this, but this is the general pattern that we're going to be in.
I have a condition. That doesn't stop him. That's DEI, baby. Diversity, equity, and inclusion in the comedy.
In for this week, and the warm temperatures are going to try their best to nudge a little bit farther to the north, but this is basically...
His own sister is in the chat, and he's like, hey, old lady. Hey, grandma.
Basically it right here. But watch what happens as we go into Thursday and Friday. So we are going to have a really interesting thing happening here where on Friday, some of those warm temperatures make it pretty far north. Here we are at 3 p.m. on Friday. We're talking about 60 degrees up here in Cleveland, some close to 60 degree temperatures up here in places where there's currently 4 feet of snow on the ground. That's going to lead to a massive melt situation. Pittsburgh looks like around 59 degrees on Friday, but you can see that there's a pretty sharp gradient here between Columbus, Ohio, for example, where we'll be 62.
Yeah, she pops up in the chat and you immediately tear into her. I'm like, dear God's above. Siblings know what they didn't sign up for. Yeah.
And Chicago, where we'll be 41, Minneapolis 28 back here. This is a pretty sharp cold front, and I want to talk about this because this false spring that we are experiencing this week is not permanent.
Are hearing aids expensive? I don't know. That's a good question. I have tinnitus in my left ear from my child shouting so loud that it broke my eardrum. Um, so like I already struggle enough to hear. There's a joke I would like to make. Just want my snow. It has been it's just been dustings here in Jersey.
Permanent. Okay, reality is going to set back in as some
Yes,
big
they
time
are.
bursts.
They should be free. They're a requirement to live, just like glasses. They should be free. Healthcare should be free. Okay? Medicare for all. I have some snow, but not enough. Yeah, we've had like a few dustings.
Of cold air are going to flood in from Canada after this week, okay? And that big transition, that major pattern flip, is going to lead to this cold front, which will.
It's donut shop coffee from Aldi's with a tea company, Benner Tea Company, then chocolate chai with a little bit of French vanilla coffee creamer. It's so good. Should be, but capitalism is mandatory. I hate it. Doesn't have to be. Capitalism doesn't have to be mandatory. We're already seeing gains in New York with socialism. Zora Mamdani has been boots in the ground in apartments, getting ready to like sanction landlords, fast and free buses, and child care for all. Yeah, I want to inadvertently call my loved ones old just by handing them a hearing aid. That's so expensive. We've gotten 20 inches so far since November. That's less than half of normal. Yeah, you're up in uh Wisconsin, Michigan, Massachusetts. No, you're not Massachusetts. But the ruling class says so. JK, I really like what Zora Mamdani is doing in New York. I love that when people know who Zora Mamdani is, Michigan. No, I know. I'm memeing. And I'm also trying to be like positive because there's so much doomerism online and in leftist communities sometimes. And if I'm like, no, we can, I'm hoping it'll help other people feel like, no, we can. Because last night, Blue's sister was in here and she's like, I feel so powerless because no matter how much we complain, they never listen. But she also said that as I was reading an article talking about how like grassroots initiatives are actually working and the party has had to go more progressive because it's actively losing votes. So it's interesting to watch. We have ski resorts with barely any snow, and that is what Utah is known for. That's true. Utah and Colorado. There's so much snow here that one of the sidewalk plow flipped over. You have sidewalk plows out there? That must be more common in states that have more snow. I've never heard of that.
Will probably actually cause some significant weather. Okay, we're going to be talking about the chance for a lot of rain in the.
That's like people in like Canada have to put like chains on their tires in the winter. Like they have to do a winter tire change. Versus like here in Jersey, it's like, we're good. The snow gets high. Wow. I mean, me too, baby.
Deep south up through the Ohio
Call me
Valley. We're going to be
snow.
talking about the real risk for some severe weather, and we're going to be talking about snow on the backside. So the heat that I just talked about is going to collide with.
Yeah, I think it's because people don't know how to make active change. Most only know how to do passive change via unofficial protest. Yeah, I was explaining to the chat yesterday that my biggest and best form of protest was when I sent Cory Booker like 400 faxes over the course of a holiday or over the course of a weekend, and hopefully broke his fax machine so bad that he had to replace it, and then I hope it kept printing after he hooked up the new one. See? That's obnoxious. Could you? Okay. When story time, I feel like Blue's heard this one already, but story time. Again, when I was a kid, it was our first computer. It was like between 1995 and 1997. Cue the boomer notification. So we had our first computer. I was playing like CD games. I'm between 5 and 7 years old, and there was this like Tonka construction.
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
Point and click, silly thing. And there was a like you could do like a little like, oh, dress up your own construction worker, and like you could do like a dinosaur, right? And so I put a dinosaur in a construction hat and I made like a scene with it, right? Like fixing up some whatever. It's Tonka, okay? It was like a computer game, whatever. Anyway, I liked it so much I hit print. and it didn't print. I hit it again. And then I hit it a bunch more times and it didn't print. So I was like, okay, whatever. I closed out of the game. I went on with my life. Well, my uncle was doing taxes after I got off the computer and he went to print them out and like a gazillion construction dinosaurs printed out. And then it got like this again, this is like in the 90s. So printers were not what they are today. It was so like burned into the printer's image that it printed it over his taxes. And then like for like years until we got rid of the printer, when it would print something, you would see like the faintest outline of a construction dinosaur. And I hope, because in those faxes to Cory Booker, I sent multiple pictures of Nicolas Cage stealing the Declaration of Independence. I hope to God Nicolas Cage's cage is burned into Cory Booker's fax machine. It's so satisfying. Oh, what a time to be alive. I know I get called old in the chat, but like, I don't think. Tarot cards,
Rainbow
yes.
would like a 1-card spread tarot reading.
Okay, a 1-card spread. A 1-card spread is usually a yes or no question. So I want you to think of a yes or no question while I begin shuffling, and then tell me what it is, and I will let you know if it's a yes or no and what the card is, how you can interpret it. And after you tell me your question, I'd like you to tell me when to stop shuffling. Will I have money for my projects this year? Ooh. That's just a long, like, long time frame. So sometimes as you get further along in the time frame, cards can be a little bit more inaccurate, but take everything with a grain of salt and always feel free to ask again. Like, oh, after some time. Oh, okay. Camera's not plugged in. All right. So we have the 6 of Swords. So the 6. Sorry, I don't have these memorized. The 6 of Swords, up and down, regular, upright, whatever you want to call it, not reverse. 4, 7, 6. The artwork, by the way. Oh, right. The 6 of Swords represents leaving behind tumultuous waters for a future that is calm and promising. After being imprisoned by her own father, Diane and her young son Perseus escape. Perseus will eventually grow to defeat the Gorgon Medusa. Upright, healing, moving forward, stability, escape, and journeys. But not like escape like you're running from torture. 6, 7. But with this, it does seem like if you push forward, you might have some stability, is how I would interpret this card reading. Especially if you're willing to like push past a lot of the issues and just keep paddling on. That would be my interpretation. So hopefully that helps. But this deck, every card in here is based off of a mythology from around the world. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Awesome. Yeah, keep it up. I did a 5-card spread the other day because I felt like really lost and I just needed direction. And it was like, okay, look, you're doing your healing journey. You could keep going the way you are and like you'll eventually get to where you want to go. Or if you like recognize that you're taking like shortcuts and like you're pushing through things, like you're being a bull in a china shop, you're not going to do it in a way that's like healthy for you. So at the end of the day, if like I actually motivate myself and I push through my like, I don't feel like doing that, I don't have the energy to do that. If I push through that, I will accomplish more. And so like that gave me like a direction. And so I'm just like, hell yeah. And I've had a fire under my butt for like since like a few days before New Year's. Like, I started making plans with the community. We have ideas to do things. I'm actively playing games on stream, which I haven't done. We aren't doing as much news as we used to do. We will do news, and it's going to be the midterm. But we're going to keep it fun. We're going to get things done. And I'm going to be the best streamer ever of all time. Okay? Watch out, Hasanabi. I'm coming for you.
With a powerful jet
Not like that.
stream, and confidence is increasing that we're going to see some sort of severe weather out of this. The Storm Prediction Center has actually already highlighted a
Yeah, we have a plan, but it's ambitious, and I'm not used to that. Yeah, I think I would take a deep breath, and I would just trust in yourself and trust that you're able to handle it. Yes, I'm actually looking forward to the future for once. Yeah, same. Like, I don't feel as adrift as I've been. And yeah, 2016 is going to suck. We're already going to war with Venezuela. But you know what? I'm going to be the leader I always feel like I'm going to be. This reminds me of Nimbus City from Pokemon Black and White. What reminds you? United States?
15% risk area for the day 5 outlook. And this is somewhat rare. This is something that you don't see every day, especially in January. This includes Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, up there towards Clarksville, Tennessee. You're included in this, but like Bowling Green and Nashville, you're just outside of it. We're still, a couple days out, so this is going to change a little bit, but this includes Mayfield, Kentucky, the Boot Heel of Missouri, a little bit of southern Illinois, and a tiny fraction of Indiana. But this is going to be an interesting storm system to track as we go forward, as it does look like we're going to have some sort of severe weather here. And one of the big signals for this confidence, one of the reasons for it, is the fact that we're going to have deep Gulf moisture surging north, and it's going to be meeting a strengthening low pressure system involved with that jet streak that's going to be coming down and allowing for the cold air to come in behind it. What concerns me most is that the warm sector here is actually going to be...
This is like negative 10 degrees over here. Oh, that looks like... Oh, I hate you, dude. I had to take a shower. What did I miss? I ate a tuna fish sandwich. We talked about a little bit about politics. I did a tarot card reading. I'm drinking some tea, and now we're going over the news.
Be pretty expansive. It's going to go all the way up into the Ohio Valley. That's rare to see, and if we get some instability with this, it's really rare to see that in January.
Outside of that, Tim Walz dropped out of the governor's race, so it looks like Mike Lindell is going to be the new governor of Minnesota. When did the Weather Channel become horror genre? Global warming. Probably sometime around 2006 when people really started to care about it. Why I like Tim Walz. So because the state is having like so many... There's a big issue going on with like the Somali community. And the big issue is that apparently people think that they might have taken like federal funding when they shouldn't have been taking federal funding. I don't quite understand it. Okay. I've been out of the loop in that. All I know is that a bunch of people are showing up to daycares with cameras demanding to see children. And I think that's fucking weird. But between that happening, with that happening, MAGA and those like Republican influencers and stuff are like flooding the state. People are attacking him and his family, and he's been getting like more and more death threats. And especially after the assassination of other political elected officials in Minneapolis over the summer, he is dropping out of the governor's race. And Mike Lindell, the owner of My Pillow, is actually running for governor in Minnesota. So if you know anybody in Minnesota, tell them to run for governor because they would do better than Mike Lindell. But at least he dropped out early enough that it is possible to not like find a replacement person, but like for somebody else to like step up to the plate.
Which suggests that this system has a lot of dynamic energy. So if this continues to show up like this, if we continue to see high dew points making it that far north, temperatures being that...
I guess I can't blame him, but I'm hoping he runs for a different office, maybe. The My Pillow guy, yes, the My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell, is running for governor of Minnesota. And everybody was like, well, congratulations, Tim Walz, on your victory. And now that all this shit happened, and now he dropped out. And now it's like, oh, well, Governor Mike Lindell. Yeah, he's trying to get Minnesota so he can do more Trump plans to Minnesota.
Warm that far north, and the cold front continues to look as sharp as it does right now, this will lead to a significant severe weather outbreak, either a line of damaging winds or maybe even a tornadic threat. And we're about to dive so much deeper.
Mike Lindell said he supports fascism as long as people aren't being killed. I mean, that's not how fascism works. Also, I can't believe we have people who are just outright saying it. They're like, yeah, I like the Nazis. Yeah, I love fascism. Let's do it, please. Look.
We're into that, but let's shout out today's...
Give me that boot, daddy.
Awesome sponsor real quick. Zip...
Not my governor, not my pillow. That's a good slogan. You need to reach out to somebody. Yeah, he likes the taste of boots. Awful. It's awful, but it's something we can change. It's awful, but there are things we can do.
Recruiter, the smartest way to hire. Have you guys noticed that the hardest
Ethical
things
reacts.
to find are always the ones that you need the most? Whether it's a flashlight during a power outage, a Yala meter during a snowstorm, or that
Cover
one
with rock
hoodie that
salt,
disappears every time it gets cold outside. Now, I can't promise that you'll ever be able to find those things instantly, but if you're hiring right now, you can find qualified candidates right away, time and time again.
Dude,
with
I
ZipRecruiter.
applied for like 50 jobs between Christmas and now. I've heard back from 4 of them, all saying no. 4 out of 50. Tell someone to run as a Republican, split the vote. Oh, do it. Do it. Pretend to be a Republican. I will say, if there's anybody who lives in Illinois and Chicago, and I think it's Chicago's 4th district, Kat Abubuzela is running for office, and she was one of the first people out the gate to condemn what's going on and to demand impeachment of Trump. I think, are they back in session today? There needs to be absolutely articles of impeachment brought to the floor. 100%.
And today you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/Ryan Hall. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology.
Got my vote. I love her. She's great. She hosts knitting events where they sit outside of ICE facilities and just sit there in front of the gate and knit. She hosts like food pantries, and like they give out tampons and pads at their office. She's fantastic. What's her name again? Kat Abubuzela. K-A-T. I'm not gonna try to spell her last name. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna look it up. I love her. I think she actually works for a news. I think Kat oh my god, I was so close. I was Abugazalia, not Abubuzalia, sorry. I was so close. Anyway, she's stunning. She's like absolutely incredible. Like her work for Illinois 9th district, sorry. She is absolutely wonderful. I'm back. I didn't even know you left.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are dismantling our country piece by piece. And so many Democrats seem
Got a keffiyeh right here. I accidentally opened my browser.
content to just sit back and let them. So I say it's time to drop the excuses and grow a fucking spine. I'm Kat Abou-Ghazaleh, and I'm running for Congress in Illinois' 9th district. Unfortunately, this party has become one where you have to look to the exceptions for real leadership, as the majority work from an outdated playbook. We need a makeover, which means We need a vision that's bigger than what we've been told is possible. There is absolutely no reason you shouldn't be able to afford housing, groceries, and healthcare with some money left over. Families should have free childcare, Social Security should be expanded, and our inalienable rights shouldn't be dependent on who's in power. That means standing up to authoritarians, not shrinking away when the fight gets tough. And while current Democratic leadership might be fine cowering to Trump, I'm not. I've spent my entire career reporting on the far right and being attacked by them as a result. In fact, just a few months ago, Elon Musk's lawyers deposed me here in Chicago to ask about my mean tweets. Look, I thought comedy was legal again. This is all to say, I'm not scared of standing up to these people. I know how they think, and I know how to beat them. But my campaign itself is going to be different too, because I don't want to wait a year to help people. We're focused on meeting constituent needs with one simple rule. What if we didn't suck? My campaign and I would rather spend our money on book drives and clothing exchanges and public events than fancy fundraisers for rich donors. I also want my campaign to be as transparent as possible. That's why I'll be posting regular videos about the costs and steps of running for office. We all deserve better. We deserve human rights and financial freedom and a party that stands up to authoritarians. We deserve to thrive, not just survive. And I plan to fight for those ideals both on the campaign trail and in Congress. If you want to know more about me and what I believe, you can go to catforillinois.com. I do need to mention that campaigns cost money and ask you to contribute what you can. But I promise your donation will not be wasted on old, ineffective tactics. No spammy guilt trip texts, no focus groups to test my views, and no grifty consultants who care more about their paycheck than actually winning. It's time to challenge the status quo, and if our leaders won't do it, we will. I'm Kat Abou-Ghazaleh, and I'm running for Congress because it's time for Democrats.
Abou-Ghazaleh. More people should campaign digitally since that's where the younger generation is. Not even just like the younger generation. I think it's also like, it's more viral. Like, look how good Zoran did. He had a good campaign. He had good videographers. He had good editors. He had good speechwriters. He had good campaign messages that he is actively sticking to within the first week of his campaign or of his mayoral appointment. I don't know what the word is. Since he became mayor. Daggerfall. Yeah, I don't know why this popped up in here. But she's wonderful. Term. Yeah, his mayoral term. And I think I will be following the midterms and everybody who's jumping into everything and who's jumping out. I really hope they bring articles of impeachment before Marjorie Taylor Greene leaves. I really wish they would stop labeling Jersey as blue. So much of Jersey has gone red. It's definitely closer to like an indigo. I'll be trying to follow all of the leftist, progressive, communist, working families party, democratic socialist elections and candidates that I can be. But I can only do so much. I know there's Graham Plattner up in Maine. He's a oyster farmer.
What I love most about Maine are the people. I have never met people who are more hard-scrabble, even in a place that requires you to work like 2 or 3 different jobs. We have watched this state become essentially unlivable for working-class people, and it makes me deeply angry. My name is Graham Plattner, and I'm running for U.S. Senate in Maine to defeat Susan Collins. A decade of military service going overseas, farming oysters to feed my community, diving to lend a hand to other fishermen, trying to start a family. But everywhere I've gone, it seems like the fabric of what holds us together is being ripped apart by billionaires and corrupt politicians, profiting off of destroying our environment, driving our families into poverty, and crushing the middle class. I did 4 infantry tours in the Marine Corps and the Army. I'm not afraid to name an enemy. And the enemy is the oligarchy. It's the billionaires who pay for it, and the politicians who sell us out. And yeah, that means politicians like Susan Collins. I'm not fooled by this fake charade of Collins' deliberations and moderation. The difference between Susan Collins and Ted Cruz is at least Ted Cruz is honest about selling us out and not giving a damn. People know that the system is screwing them. They know it in their bones. Nobody I know around here can afford a house. Healthcare is a disaster. Hospitals are closing. We have watched all of that get ripped away from us, and everyone's just trying to keep it all together. Why can't we have universal health care like every other first world country? Why can't we take care of our veterans when they come home? Why are we funding endless wars and bombing children? Why are CEOs more powerful than unions? We fought 3 different wars since the last time we raised the minimum wage. I'm not pretending to have all the answers, but I know that I'm asking the right questions. When I tell people around here that I'm running for Senate, sometimes the initial reaction is, what the but when I tell them why I'm doing it, because I truly do believe that we can build a system that is going to represent working people, the #1 response has been, well, thank God somebody's going to do it. You're supposed to fight for the things you love. This is our home, and I will fight tirelessly for it, for you. It's Mainers first, and Maine always.
All right, 1 second. All right, hobby. I'm watching Michigan close. We've got a few Rashid Tlaib and Abdul El Fahid. Yes, I've heard about Rashida Tlaib. She's great. She's in Congress now, I think, right? I like Graham Plattner a lot. I know people are like, he's a secret Nazi because he had a Nazi tattoo on his chest that he got while he was in the Marines. And the second it came out that he had a Nazi tattoo, he immediately got it covered up instead of just being like, yeah, whatever. You know, Pete Hegseth has active Nazi and crusade and like other racist groups imagery tattooed on his body, and no one is complaining about him as much as they were complaining about Graham Plattner. But I don't know. I don't think he's a secret Nazi. I feel like he's been sticking to his principles pretty well. And I like everything that's been coming out about him. And the day, Saturday, he happened to be having like a speech, and he called for Trump's impeachment. He said, like, he served in Iraq. He doesn't want to see people he cares about go to war for oil like he was forced to do. Okay? Not everybody joins the military in the United States because they want to. Some of them have to. They come from like families that can't afford shit. People can change. Have to judge them off their actions. Exactly. People can change. And like, I don't know, sometimes it might be naive to like want to see the best in everyone. But like, I used to be Team Freedom Fries, okay? I used to argue with people that Bush was the best president ever of all time. And now look at me. Everybody has a changing point. You know, if I see someone who used to be in the military, who used to think like I did, and think that what we were doing in Iraq was okay, and I see them like this, I feel like they had a similar turn like I did. And I can respect that, and I can look past their past. I used to be a literal baby, and now I am an anime boy. I used to be a toddler, and now I'm 35. But yeah, Maine is going to be interesting. I really, I could care less about the tattoo. I really could. Oh, urgently firing's got a new video. Nice. Oh, also now would probably be a good time to let you know that the Trump administration is beginning to dock paychecks for student loan debt. As someone who grew up in the military, soldiers can change, especially when they get out, and vets are important allies. They are. I love veterans. I've done a lot of work with local VFWs and with other veterans. I've served breakfast to people who fought in World War II and World War One, and the people who were filmed in Band of Brothers. And, I have a great respect for veterans because I understand that not all of them wanted to do it. And I don't even mean like the harsher stuff. I mean just like, having to go overseas or like be a radio operator or work on like a ship. Promise I would get back to Animal Crossing. Wrong one. And my parents were just poor kids trying to survive. Yeah, my grandfather was that. He dropped out of high school and immediately joined the military before Vietnam. As a military brat, getting a tattoo you regret is normal. The military is a giant frat house, and they are making more money than they are used to. Mistakes happen all the time in that environment. Yeah, exactly. I can't harp on everybody for a dumb tattoo. And then he immediately got it covered up. Like, I feel like if he was like, yeah, it's a Nazi tattoo. Yeah, I knew it was a Nazi tattoo. Yeah, I'm proud of it. I don't think he would get it covered up. Although people were memeing, they were like, I bet he's going to get an even worse tattoo over it. But he seems great. I want to keep eyes on everybody as much as possible. But I only have approximate knowledge of most things, and I'm not all-seeing, so I rely on the community. Hello, fellow military brat. Hello there. Hey, what was I doing? What's everyone's favorite Lego game? I've never played any. Hello, how is traveling the country while in elementary school? Hated it. Part of me's like, I'm jealous. I wish I could have traveled the country. But then I'm like, I think if I had to travel the country with my parents and one of them was in the military, I don't think I would have made it out of childhood. Especially as an only child, it sucked ass, yeah. Mom made it work, but definitely changed my development. Both parents were active duty until I was 6. I saw the country through the cab of a truck. Okay, I have thought about being a truck driver. Like, I know it's probably lonely and sucks sometimes. But, like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, when I press the ridge of, like, the top of, like, a road and I can look and see, like, a city in front of me or water or, like, a mountain range. And, like, sometimes you just catch the light just right. And it's, like, it's so beautiful. It's just as beautiful as the 3-minute ad break that's about to drop. If you don't want to see the 3-minute ad break, you can subscribe. Or if you don't want somebody else to see the 3-minute ad break, you can gift them a subby. I feel like I have this already. I do miss being over the road. I am much happier. I'm much happier being home every day. That's fair. Or I do not miss. I don't miss being over on the road. Much happier. I've only ever been in New York State. Don't. Travel is great, but they've stripped the job of all the benefits and you can end up in debt. I've heard that because you have to buy your own truck, right? New York State is beautiful though. I miss it. New York State is beautiful. You got a lot of lakes, but to be fair, Blue doesn't have a license or a car. So he doesn't get to see the parts of like New York State that you and I have gotten to see. Although sometimes like just where you are is sometimes the most beautiful places. Like almost every night when I go up the stairs around like sunset time, not because I like want to, if I just happen to, or if it's always bath time or whatever. And like I look out the window and like everything's like shadowed and dark, and then like you have this like beautiful pumpkin orange, and then this like pale yellowy white, and then like deep blue, and it's so pretty. Oh yeah, I live 3 hours north of Blue. Yeah. I lived on a reservation. I live on a reservation. You? I know British Bitter is from Texas. I've been there for SIGs. I went to Syracuse for a concert. The town I lived in is a reservation town? Wow, I didn't know that. I wish we weren't always colonizing genocidal, like, god damn it. I was playing Steam Deck last night, so I have the buttons all backward. You know, because I think First Nation or Native American people they're just like wonderful humans, and I wish like I knew more about them, but also I wish like their lives weren't absolute shit because of what the United States has done to them. We got spooky cryptids here. Blue, when you get your license, drive up to Watertown and then to Tug Hill. Don't dox him. We have cryptids here too in Jersey. In Jersey, we have a few, but the Jersey Devil's the most popular, at least down here in South Jersey. A town made of water. Jersey has the Jersey Devil, which is the 13th child of a person named Miss Lee. And either she cursed the child, or because the child was the 13th child, it was cursed. And now I live 863 miles away. We have a cult. You do, it's the Church of Latter-day Saints, right? Is that your cult? Basically, it was born in like the 1600s, and it stalked South Jersey / like Lee Point, Smithville, Atlantic City, all the way up the Pine Barrens. For those who don't know, the Pine Barrens are a forest preserve in New Jersey. I believe it's one of the first, if not the first. And it's like this big stretch. It's like this big stretch of New Jersey that is all trees, all pine trees and bogs and swamps. There's a few like things in that area, like there's a military base out in like Jackson. Apparently my state has both Thunderbird sightings and Mothman sightings. Are you West Virginia or Ohio? Because I feel like Thunderbird sightings. Southern Ohio is what I'm thinking. Michigan has Dogman and Lake Superior. Yeah, we also have like a serpentine creature off. No, just generally the Midwest. That's true. The Midwest is known for, well, a lot of Native American cryptids. I believe technically skinwalkers are Midwest. Oh yeah, we have Skinwalker Ranch. Yeah. There's like a few others. Can't think of off the top of my head. There in Maine, there's the Museum of Cryptid Zoology. I'd really like to go there one day. Uh, Mothman, pretty based. I have a Mothman tattoo and a Jersey Devil tattoo. I made a half-orc character with super cool hairstyle. I saw it in the Discord and I was like, I can't take this anymore. The gnome, Grumble Ratsbane, top tier. The other ones, I'm like, it's kind of funny. My dad grew up in Trenton and says she saw the Jersey Devil. Grumbly Rat Strangler. Man, I had that so wrong. Trenton's
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
Jersey Devil sightings are frequently common. People say they see them all the time. He ranges from the size of a large fruit bat to like the size of like a 5-year-old, maybe a little bit bigger. That's dyslexia, not boomer. Yeah, I know. I'm bad at talking and reading. Like my eyes just like skip over the words or like add words in so fast that I can't even stop my mouth. A crippling condition for a streamer. I gotta push through it. I know you guys will love me even if I read your text wrong. See? I know how it works. Okay. Need to find my beef recipe. Do. How many Nook miles do I have? Here be lunch. Enjoy your lunch. I'm in an ad. Rip ad. I don't know why you're in an ad. The ad break was at 1 o'clock. They did the ad read. You're lying. It says subscriber. You're a butthead. I also can't hear your mic. I don't believe you. I don't trust you anymore.
Time the Cake would like to time out Blue.
Came into Bully Blue. Good, it was a good time. He's telling me my audio's not working. Are you timing him out? Yeah, alright, you already got him. Telling me my audio's not working. That, like... all kinds of stuff. Well, I don't know what he was saying because the messages are gone. Thank you, Tim. That was perfect timing. Also, I'm sorry I call you Tim and not Cake. Don't worry, I will make sure vengeance is yours. It was very sweet of you. Sometimes I run around my island with my net out at night. Oh yeah, you can call me whatever you want. Okay, I was just making sure because I was like, oh, your chat calls you Kate and I call you Tim. That's because it's like the first 3 letters of your name. And like blue is blue and rain is rain and saint is saint and bitter is bitter and Dorphy is Dorphy and Kenny is Kenny, Kenny B is Kenny. Hobby is hobby. And sometimes he's husband. Husbando. I call him a pain in the ass. Listen, just don't call me late for dinner, okay? He, she, them, they, dude, bro. Don't call me late for dinner. I don't know why I'm still looking. I just picked it up. I don't like digging up the fossils because, like, the museum's complete and I've already hit my, like, get 500 fossil evaluated. Praised. I think I need to also get to, like, 3,000 Nook miles because I wanted to get the volleyball net. And I gotta get it another. AK Island. That's new. Cake, sorry I missed most of your stream. It was really bad rain last night here. And I was not watching stream. I love that I basically convinced him to play Pokemon XD or DX or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'll be there every day to watch. And then I showed up like 3 times. Sometimes more than that, I just didn't announce myself. Loading. I passed. Oh, it can go on top of stuff, so it's a miss. I started XD Gale of Darkness tonight. I was playing Pokemon Coliseum before. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I forget what they're called. I just remember the, like, XD, because I think... Isn't that, like, really big and purple lettering on the cover? Yeah, we will find a new Jimmy. Yeah, we'll make our own Jimmy. There's a new protagonist in town. Oh, God! Son of a... Oh. Wait, where did I want to put... I'm gonna put here. No, I think I'm gonna put the pool down here. And then like the volleyball court up here. So I actually want to be sand. I wish I could see like how many squares wide the volleyball court is. So I knew how wide to make the section. Snowman's gonna be a problem. Till tomorrow. it probably goes. It might be like. It's gonna be so annoying that like the next day I come on here, I just have to open up construction for one square. Wait, hold on. One of my British friends posted something on Discord. By the way, if you guys aren't on the Discord, I don't have the thing on it. Exclamation point. Exclamation. Yeah. It is a very active Discord. Oh my god. That looks so good. Food posting. Need more drool emoji. Oh, Saint, thank you for joining the Discord. We have fun there. When Bitter and Blue get banned, they go there. I think I'll... Probably end up getting like one here. Maybe I could put them along this way. Yeah, I'll go one more deeper. That's what she said. He said? They said? They them said? My pronouns are them there. I'm sorry. Sometimes my brain just goes southern. Do we think Blue has learned his lesson? Yeah. I thought you only did 660 seconds. That is 11 minutes? Oh, damn. We should do like a band timer for like 1 year. Was it 534,100? That's right. How many moments? Okay, you are free behave. No! I think if I put path right through. That's not center. know I'm doing the same thing, but I thought having a path go through here, like a gated area, would be cute. And like, frankly, I was giving more space to volleyball courts than... Yeah, I'll have the volleyball courts go this way. One here. One here. And the pathway here. Like a fence on the... like a tile. Flagstone? Bobby's going to work. I want to text him. This space. Sometimes when I'm trying to picture something, I have to like run in a circle around the space to try to visualize like maybe like what I want where. I wish I could put it in the pool bowl. I don't want to do shopping. Yeah, that's fair. That's like... But I think that's gonna be in the way of the fence. Let's go get the fence. Oh my god, does Bo want to move? Yes, get out of here. Oh. Is Daddy boring? No, Daddy is not boring. I just want to rot and listen to Chuck. That's fair. I get that feeling sometimes. cool fence. Fence that looks round. But bamboo slotted fence wouldn't be bad. Bamboo lattice fence. I think I might do the bamboo lattice fence. Because, like, over here is my bamboo forest. Well, I should go if I'm gonna... Bye, forest. See you later. Yeah, this is, like, right by my bamboo. Jesus, everybody's out right now. Wish I had, like, a singular umbrella. Like, put behind those. Maybe I'll get another, like, party lights. Hang that back there. I would only need 10. Okay. Probably need like 30. How's it goes? Probably need more than 30. Oh my god, it's already 1:30? Holy shit. I do on mornings. I do finish stream about 2 o'clock. So I will be raiding out. Please stick around. God damn it. Didn't realize I didn't bring for the ground down. I think no. Sure, I can put. Might even be able to put the party lights. I hear a balloon. I do! Might even, I don't know. Bench. Yeah, I probably put a bush like. Oh. I only need like I don't need that many more. Fine. Batch of 10. God, I can't wait for this update. Apparently, like, the update's supposed to let you, like, pull right from your inventory rather than having to go, like, in and out of your storage. Like, yes, please. Thank you, Barbara. Barbara. like it like that. I've been to so many like pools that have like their like cabana area against like a fence. Just woke up from a small nap. Feel refreshed. Oh, they also always...
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
Oh, shush. Oh, I'm dropping frames. Rip to the frames. I like that you're the one that's taking a nap and you're calling me a boomer.
Time the Cake would like to time out Blue.
And yeah. Don't learn your lesson, Blue. I should have put the... Oh. Looks. Let me go get the party lights I have and see if they fit. good. Anything I could make. Oh, fuck. Coconut wood. Take up a larger size. Oh my god, Maddie, get out of the way. Oh. that looking? Tolerable. Back from lunch? Excellent. Welcome back. Doesn't look terrible. Winter makes it look out of place and terrible. Yeah, I agree. Like an odd Japanese hot spring. Kind of. Great. Wish I could do like a pool cover on the pool in the winter. Snowman isn't helping either. Wish I knew how many meters wide that net is. Hope it's not like too many. Hope it's not too big it doesn't fit. Oh. Probably like 4 squares wide. It looks like the same like length as the party light. In a moment. In a little bit, I'm gonna raid out, okay, guys? So please stick around so we can raid into somebody with as many people as we can. Like 5. Yeah, it's about 5 squares. It should fit going this way, but I might have to move this. This stuff. I'm okay with. Goes with the chairs. Far out. I don't know. I mean, this area looks better than it did when we started. I think I have a ball. Like 1 ball. And I can use it. I would need 2 for a volleyball. Oh. I'll be here tomorrow. Oh, what else? Oh. I think that's all I can do. All right. Oh, all right. So, sorry. Apparently, I drank coffee and it made me tired. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, like I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Schedule posted in the Discord. I think we're gonna be doing similar stuff like we were doing today. Just because, like, I want the island ready. I like the updates in like 10 days. Right. But I'm following. And even oh, Call of Dice is live. They're playing this Elder Scrolls on live again. Connor's playing League of Legends. Asanabi just went live. 3 seconds. Can I raid into him? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I shouldn't. He's too big of a channel. Yay, raid. Whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it. I won't. No balls. Anyway, I'm gonna be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Wednesday is 6 p.m. Thursday is 6 p.m. Friday is 11 a.m. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be working on the Trogg, and we're gonna be doing other stuff. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.